This is Chris Kell with your Peak Fitness personal training session of the week. Alright? This video in this series is set up exactly as we would set up a personal training session for any of our small group clients. So we work on all the elements of excellence that we're using to make them look hot, get stronger, and kind of give you a comprehensive workout that you can do in your own home. Alright? So the elements of our workout, what we're working on today is strength and conditioning. Okay, so we're going to work on getting you stronger in basic body weight exercises you can do in your own home. Then we're going to work on getting you toned and getting you out of breath, all right? And that's what it comes down to. We want you to work really hard today. I want you to set aside around 25 to 30 minutes for this session and move through as quickly as you can, all right? I want you to work as hard as possible today and really work on adding to each session as we go along, all right? So the first portion of our workout is going to be our strength training, okay? Our strength training just focuses on basic body weight exercises that are going to allow us to do things like chin-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, excellent movements, okay, great form, and true body weight strength, all right? And I promise you, if you have that, you're going to be very toned, you're going to look great, you're going to be able to perform whatever activity that you're doing, all right? So our first exercise is a push-up, all right? With this, what I'm looking for is 5 reps, okay? If you can do more than 5 reps, we simply make it harder in some way, okay? What I'm going to do is just show you a couple ways to make this harder and a couple of levels that you can use, all right? So for our first version of push-up, we're just going to start with our hands on the table. All right, my back is flat like the table. I'm kind of, my head, my hips, everything is in line. And what I want to do is bring everything down together. Kind of tap down on whatever surface I'm on and push back up. And you'll notice that everything's coming down together, all right? I don't want you to lead with one part, meaning the head's not coming forward first, hips aren't coming forward first. You're bringing everything down together. My elbows are about halfway tucked in. I'm pausing. You can reset yourself here. So if I'm dipping down, I can just come back up. And I push myself back up. All right, now if that's easy, we can move down to a lower surface, like a step. Okay, we use Reebok steps here in our gym, but come down, pause, come back up. Come down, pause, come back up. Again, if that's easy, we can come to the floor. All right, from there you can put your feet up on a step here, or a box, or whatever you've got going on. And then you can start getting really wild by doing things like single leg push-ups, etc. But the idea is, it's progressive. Okay, I'll have some clients who even start up on a wall, and then quickly move down. But in the beginning, just work that good form. If you can do 5, move down a little. There might be some times with these exercises where you're able to do maybe 3 here, and then you move back to the wall for the last 2, and that's fine. But just kind of, the key is track your results, track how you're doing with each exercise, and then just try to add a little bit with each session, all right? Now for our next exercise, we have a split squat. Okay, split squats work at the front of our legs. It's also helping us to kind of work on our single leg balance, all right? For this, coming into a split stance like this, I have some kind of a target to drop down to. Okay, I want to pretend like my head is tethered into the ceiling. Drop straight down, pause at the bottom, and come back up. Okay? Now I'm looking for is 5 reps here. Right? Again, the knee should stay at the toe. I should be straight up and down. Just pausing after each one. Now if that's easy, the next progression for this would be to put my back foot up on a step, come down, pause, go back up. Okay, if that's easy, raise my arms over my head, do the same thing. If that's easy, you're going to love this. I can jump. Okay, the key is, it should be with good form. It should be wobbly, you know, you should feel a good control of yourself. You know, initially if it is wobbly, what you can do, what I'll often do with a lot of our clients here at the gym, is I'm going to start you next to the wall. I'm going to drop it straight down. The beauty of that is you can use your hand to kind of come up and down, just like that, and give you a little bit of control, so it de-weights you a little bit. Our next exercise is going to be a bodyweight pull-up. Right, for this, what you're going to need to buy is a, you know, if you don't have that today, you can certainly skip this one, but this is just a bodyweight pull-up strap. Okay? What we usually do is attach this to a doorway. Okay, so it's hanging down. What we like about this is that we can start almost standing horizontal. I'm just trying to pull this into my pocket. Again, shoulder blade squeeze down the back. I'm not shrugging my shoulders. Pause and shrugging back. Again, looking for 5 reps with that. That's pretty easy. What we can do is just simply walk it in, make the ankle harder to the point where we're all the way on the ground. You know, knees, start with the knees bent, straighten the legs out. That becomes a very hard exercise, all right? So that's what I would recommend for that. Just walk it in, you know, and if you can do harder than that, we can show you ways to make it harder, certainly, but that's what we're looking for there. Last exercise is a hip lift. All right, the hip lift is probably the most beneficial from the perspective of working your butt. Okay, and that's definitely something that we want to focus on. So for this, we're going to start with a simple glute bridge. Okay, the glute bridge, all I'm doing is I'm starting on the ground. Okay, and this is probably something you can do easily. But the key is we want to feel this in our butt. Okay, so what I want you to do is actually put your hand in your butt, extend your butt up into the air, squeeze your butt cheeks, hold for 1 or 2 seconds, and come down slow. Okay, and again with this, I'm looking for up to 20 reps. Okay, it's just about getting it to work in this position. All right, once you really start to feel it, you know, you can really start to feel your butt versus your hamstrings or your lower back. Then we can start to make it harder. Okay, the first progression before that would be to put the back on a chair. And you can hold onto the back like this, extend my hips up in the air, tighten my butt cheeks and hold, and come back down. So again, with that, again, now we're moving back to 5 reps. And again, that's another one you'll probably move through quickly. So from there, we can come back down, come back to a single leg glute bridge. Hold, again, for about 3 seconds at the top and come down. 5 reps, 5 reps. Last progression would be to come up back onto the chair, come to a single leg glute bridge here. Hold at the top for 5 seconds, come down, just like that. And again, the key here is not that it's too heavy for you. You want to get the right muscles to work, okay? So you should be feeling this in your butt versus anywhere else. All right, what I'm looking for, each of those exercises, we've got 5 reps, 3 sets of each one. Okay, so back to back. For each one of those, you know, go upper lower. So we do the push up followed by split squat, back to the row and the glute bridge. Rest for as long as you need to get your strength back. Repeat that 3 times. Okay, so that's our strength training for the day. Try to make it harder in some way. Keep track of, you know, how you're doing. You know, say so. Maybe you went in on the chair for the day. Write that down. You know, and that's what we want to track because that's going to allow us to be stronger from session to session. Now, for our interval training, okay, now. We've kind of worked on strength. Now we want to fatigue our muscles so we can start to bring out some muscle tone. All right, so what we've got for you today, we have an easy and a hard version of each of these exercises. Each exercise will be performed for a period of 30 seconds. All right, what we're doing is just trying to get as many reps as we can. All right, so for our first one here, I'm going to come into a push-up position, walk out, walk in. Okay, this is called hand walk. Okay, you should be able to keep your back flat. Again, do that. Move to a chair. All right, and that's the easy version. Not too easy. Hard version would be hand walk out, push up. Hand walk out, push up. All right, so you can certainly do one round with the hard version, one round with the easy version. Pick your version, go with it, 30 seconds, move vigorously. Our next exercise, all right, is a band pullback. All right, for the band pullback, all I'm doing, take stretch bands, shoulder blades down and back, just pulling back as quickly as I can, 30 seconds. All right, from there, we're going to go into an alternating step up, the easy version. So I'm alternating legs, stepping up. Okay, the hard version would be an alternating step jump. You know, you can use a chair or whatever you have available to. All right, our last exercise would be, let's see, an L sit, all right, which looks like this, all right? So, just holding at the top, stand my hips up. That's the easy version. I'm just trying to really press my hand into my palms here, turn my elbows in like this towards my, so tuck my elbows in towards my body, hold this position. You can tuck your legs in, or tuck your knees in to make it easier. Then we move to a full dip, which again is the same motion. Just just incorporating a little bit of movement. Straighten my legs out to make it harder. Just make sure to finish with your hips. Okay, so that's 30 seconds in each position. We're going 3 rounds with that. Now for our conditioning portion of our workout, okay? And again, the conditioning portion is optional. If you've already been through 25 to 30 minutes just working on this stuff, feel free to skip this part. But if you're a masochist and you really want something to kind of finish you off, here's what we've got for you. We've got 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of burpees. We've got 4 rounds today. All right, what that looks like is this, all right? A burpee on the floor, I come into a push-up position, back's flat, lengthen my legs wide, give it a little jump at the top, pop out, come back up. Now, if you have trouble with the burpee, the beginner version of that would just be push-up position, step up, come back, step up, come back. The key is that as I'm jumping, I'm trying to keep my back flat versus being arched. And I move as quickly as I can with good form. All right, so for the burpee, we've got 4 rounds of 30 on, 30 off. All right, so that's your personal training session for the week. Strength, followed by the interval training, followed by the conditioning / finisher. Get to work, post your results below.